Welcome back to Fat Butcher Rips. It is 24-25 Series 2 time. I have opened up the first two boxes out of the case here and decided to try something a little bit different. I'm going to do one whole half a case all at once. I'm going to be breaking these boxes down, stacking them up, and seeing how quickly we can make work of half a case. So, if you're ready, let's rip. All right, let's do box one real fast. Okay, let's check out what we got in our first box. All right, and we start with a fluorescence. And the fluorescence is Jet Luchenko. It's a red base fluorescence. Not a ton of value, I think, in these base. I think they're one every other box or so. Speckled on tour, Kaprizov, Boldy. Welcome aboard, Josh Stone. And a bit of base. And a bit of base. And on tour yet again of Panarin and Lafreniere. Maverick Lamoureux. Decent young gun name. Certainly anyone other than the big two is a step well down. But Lamoureux is not too tough. And the ooh-la-la's not really my thing. Jamie Benn on the canvas like that. Mikko Rantanen, who, as of this, has not been traded yet, so fingers crossed that that's held up while I've filmed. Liam Ogren, and we'll set aside the stuff for some sleeving here. And Lucas Reichel. Now, look, as a Blackhawks fan, that's great. As a general hobbyist, not so good, but I don't mind Lucas Reichel. I think he needs some more opportunities. I think he's got still some talent. I don't think he'll ever be a hobby hero. Electricity. I will sleeve the Rutger McGroarty. He's probably somewhere in the top 5 of young guns for this, so we'll give him a little love and a bit more base, and a pop count 1000 of Logan Mailloux. The pop counts seem to have changed color. I believe the reds used to be the 500 and the blacks were the 1000. I think they've flip-flopped it, unless I'm mistaken, but it's fine. It's 1000. That's a pretty high pop count. Trevor Moore, Dazzlers, Barkov, Young Guns renewed. I like that one. It's a good design on that. I know the font's a little different than the original, but we'll take it. Next little stack here, and we've got more base. And bang for your puck of JT Miller, back before he got traded. Adam Klapka and Dustin Wolf on the ooh-la-la. I'm already getting doubles of ooh-la-las out of this. We'll sleeve Klapka. He's a big dude, so, you know, he'll get opportunities. I don't know they'll do a whole heck of a lot with him, but he'll get the opportunities. All right, and Vince Dunn behind his own fat head. I like that. Leon Draisaitl on the UD Portraits, and Suzuki on the playlist. The collation and a bit of base. Rutger McGroarty. That's a good Canvas Young Gun. The Canvas Young Gun checklist is underwhelming, we'll say. No Michkov, no Celebrini. I guess Celebrini is in the Program of Excellence version of Canvas, but certainly not in his Sharks jersey, so McGroarty. Will Smith is in here, even though his Young Gun is a little delayed for extended, but we'll take it. Thomas and Kyrou on tour. And we got Dorofeyev, Logan Cooley, and Zach Dean portrait with the Kachuk on the renewed. Like that. Last stack. Seamus. I say Seamus Casey. I've heard it called pronounced Seamus Casey. I don't know. Little Grubauer. Still probably maybe McGroarty's probably a touch better, but it's Casey's probably up there. He's got a lot of upside if it all falls into place for him. Zegras on the Electricity, downtown Anaheim, Skyline, super inspiring. That's a speckle. Akuratu, okay. And Downtown Buffalo for Rasmus Dahlin. Whole bunch of base. Canvas Bunting, who I believe was traded today. I didn't see the details. Larkin and Raymond and McDavid on the playlist. Yikes. Playlist not my favorite, but I'll take it as it is Connor McDavid. Quinn Hughes on the portrait. Zachary Leroux and Jared McCann with Downtown Seattle. No fish flying in the background of that, and a bit of base. So box number 1 of this half case break. So-so. Rick Rorty, Young Gun and Young Gun canvas are not bad. I don't mind that, but yeah, the rest, you know, Logan Mailloux pop count to 1,000. That doesn't really move the needle too much. 1,000 is a big number. Yet sadly, still better than either of the first 2 boxes. So clear this down. We'll rip through box number 2. All right, here we go. Box 2 of the half case break. I bumped my camera slightly during that opening. All right, Justin Danforth as the Silver Outburst. Fine. Brandon Scanlon and Ovechkin on the Electricity. We'll leave that to be sleeved. Ogren and a bunch of base. And Gustav Forsling. Enjoy that with the Stanley Cup hallway. Nice. Horvat and Barzal on the On Tour. And Mrazek, who is kind of on the outs with Chicago now that they've got Knight, so not great timing there. Logan Mailloux on the portraits. Maverick Lamoureux, another duplicate. And Jack Hughes downtown in New Jersey somewhere. All right. A bit of base, and Deluxe Young Gun, Joel Blomqvist. It's gonna be a crapshoot with the goalies in here. He's in here. Romanov, Kolosov from the Flyers, Comesso from the Hawks. None of which, yeah, I'm just gonna put him there. None of which have a clear path to 1A goalie status, either because of situation or talent. So Makar's a decent dazzler. I like that. Kucherov is a nice renewed, and Ovechkin, bang for your puck. He's got a couple more pucks to bang through the net, and he's gonna have a record for himself. That's gonna be pretty great. Kovalenko. All right, we're seeing unfortunately we're seeing a lot of duplicates because we haven't hit any of the really good guys yet. Nylander on the Electricity, which means we're likely only going to get one of those good Young Guns in this case. That's not ideal. Zach Leroux on the canvas, and again, as the canvas go, this isn't all that bad because the canvas is just really weak. So I'm not bothered by that. McAvoy, we'll sleeve each of those up in a moment. And the Kraken on tour. Let's see, a whole bunch more base, and I was really hoping to pull this. Love this image, the Patty Kane back in Chicago. Of course, he got a game winner in overtime in that game for the Red Wings. Big fan of that image. Great choice by Upper Deck on that one. The Mo Sider renewed, and a whole bunch more base. And we've got Jack Eichel on the heater. Still fine with that. There we go. We got our first of the big 2. We've got Matvei Michkov. Take a moment to give him a bit more protection. It's a nice result. It was not fun not having any of he or Celebrini to this point. So here, we'll go ahead and stack up the rest of this box. All right, we've got that Pedersen, okay. And we've got black and white, Brent Burns. All right, Beard. And we got the speckles. So it seems like the speckles kind of go with some of those rarer hits. Konechny, Tippett, On Tour, Speckle, Zellweger getting thrown a lifeline. We've got McTavish and Zegras for the Ducks. Our guy Blomqvist on his regular Young Gun. Barzal, Electricity. And Nazem Kadri, Morgan Riley, who did just get dealt today. I 100% I saw that as I was walking away from my laptop not that long ago. Riley is, I believe, on the move again. So keep that in our back pocket. Nazar. I'm a big Nazar guy. Jeremy Swayman. I like Nazar in the UD Portraits. I think that's a great choice. Luke Shen. Sam Malton, Speckle. Daniil Misiol. Nah. I'll take him because I need him to make a set. But aside from that, I don't think there's much going on with Daniil Misiol as far as value goes. So I will sleeve up a couple of these Young Guns that I just set aside, and we'll hit box 3. Box 3. All right, let's check out our third box of this half of a case break. And starting off with a Heischer on the canvas. Nice little Seamus Casey. Don't mind Seamus Casey as a portrait. And some base, a little bit more. Robert Thomas on a heater. Jackson Blake, solid. Got our Connor Hellebuck, ooh la la. Blake is solid. He's probably third or fourth best Young Gun in this group, so happy with that. Barkov, Pop Count 1000. It's okay. Vince Dunn Dazzlers. Konechny on the Renewed. And a whole bunch of base, including Austin Matthews. Hedman, Bang for Your Puck. And our first Macklin Celebrini. Great. Okay, now we've got one Michkov, one Celebrini. Kind of breather, easier-ish. You never want to be sweating it to the end and have to worry if you're going to get like the one case out of however many that you don't even get one of each, because typically you get a full set of Young Guns in every case. So it's great. I'll certainly appreciate getting that. And ooh la la, and it looks to be, I didn't inspect it obviously. It looks to be in good shape. We might take a closer look here in a moment. Clear cut of Elias, that's fine. And then that means a Speckle coming behind it for McKinnon and McCarr on tour. And a Zegras on the Electricity. And a whole bunch of base. And another little stack. And we jump right into Philip Hronik. Stretching it out, getting loose. Good for him. Don't want to get injured. Jake Gensel. Nice Renewed. I still like the Renewed designs. They're still very nice. Troy Terry's on a heater, I guess. Let's see. Zellweger's a solid enough portrait. Oscar Back and Ottinger, ooh la la. I think Oscar Back, or Beck, I believe. I don't think they have the pronunciation symbols on here, but I think they do apply. Decent enough. Again, everything in this class, once you get past Celebrini and Michkov, you're kind of taking with a grain of salt and hoping. You're having to do a bit of projection to make it seem worth your while. Elvis Merzlikins on, that's a wild pose. He's either celebrating or stretching, or I don't know what he's got going on. That's a fun little pose. Well done. Like that canvas. Bang for Your Puck of Parayko, and then Franzik, Gilligan's Island style. All right, and speaking of Gilligan's Island, we got the Luchenko Speckle. It's good enough. Proper Franzik Young Gun, Kaprizov Playlist, and Sid. Never a bad thing to get a Sid. And last little bit here for the third box of this half case. Connor and Morrissey are on tour. Noah Philp, he is not one of the guys you want. Samuel Urson, I'm not going to talk bad about him because he did make it to the NHL, but beyond that, not a lot happening there. Luchenko, very decent young gun canvas pulls so far. I think we've had McGroarty, we've had Luchenko. I think in the first two boxes, I don't know if we had anybody great there, but could certainly have done a lot worse. So well done. Barkov, Kachuk on tour. And we do have a Tomas Hertl for our outburst. Ethan Cardwell, yet another of the many Shark young guns. And Wrecker McGroarty going overboard. So I will sleeve up the young guns that are sitting here to the side. That's a big win, getting a Celebrini. So we've gotten Michkov, Celebrini, Canvas McGroarty. Nice little pulls going on here. 3 more boxes in this half case break here to pop into, so let's get to it. All right, 4th box. 4th box of the half case break. We're probably due to run into a few of the teammates. I've yet to hit one of those, so something to keep an eye out for. Mo Sider on the canvas, on a heater of Reinhardt, Kopitar, Electricity. Nice. All right. Base all the way through to a Bang for Your Puck, Victor Mancini, and Draisaitl Playlist. Nice. Mancini, not really a top tier guy. Gavin Brindley, 500 counts. This feels small. Is it? No, it just feels small, but it's not, I guess. Okay. Put that over there. We got our Dazzlers of Tage Thompson. Nice looking Dazzlers. And a Braden Point. I like that design on that year. That's a nice renewed design. All right. Arbor Xhekaj and Cam Butler. Another less than inspiring young gun. Connor Geeky, I wouldn't mind getting him. He's probably in the top 5 for this group. So keep an eye out. That's another of the young guns we've yet to see. Shane Pinto. Canvas, kicking up a little spray. Never mind that. Nylander Heater, Vanacek on the Ooh La La. I believe he's on the move as well. And a bit more base. All right, let's see. Next stack. Looks like our outburst is... No, that's a heater. Okay. All right. Moving through some base. Pospisil. Ottinger Speckled. Drew Comesso. Blackhawks goalie who has some potential, but also now has Mrazek, who probably won't be around long. Soderblom, who's played better this year. And then, most importantly, Spencer Knight, who they picked up in the Seth Jones deal. I think Comesso's going to have to find a home somewhere else if he's going to get a real opportunity. Kadri. I don't know what's happening here. If it's the spray, the skates, something's happening here. But Kadri's... got a real effect on that guy. Brock Besser, nice retro, and a Bang for Your Puck. The Bang for Your Pucks are decent. They kind of lose their oomph after a little while. Kaprizov and Boldy are on tour, and Connor Geeky, nice. I'm a big fan. Anyone can get minutes with a solid squad like the Lightning. Can't be all bad. Bedard on the playlist. It's fine. These are pretty tough to hit, but it's also Nikolai Kovalenko. That's not ideal. But that canvas checklist is not superb, so it's not the end of the world. It's going to be tough to hit a outstanding young gun canvas black and white, but Nikolai Kovalenko nonetheless is on the board. And we keep moving with Brennan Othman. And there it is. It's the first of the teammates. It is the Flyers with, despite what it says here, Fedotov, not Fedetov, and Michkov, and Elaine Hudson, man overboard. I know it says welcome aboard, but I'm going to continue to amuse myself and call it something different because I don't like it that much. But it's more enjoyable if you can call it a different name. Kaprizov, Yet another Young Guns canvas. This one of Jack Thompson. Not the shark I'm after in the canvas by all estimations. We really want Will Smith, who I think has a huge future. Quinn Hughes. I don't love that background design. It's not my favorite, but Quinn Hughes is good, so we'll take Quinn Hughes. And we're almost at the end of our fourth box here, and we have our Young Gun Outburst, and it's Oscar Beck. Much like Kovalenko, it's not the person you want in that kind of hit spot, but you can't choose. You gotta take what you get. Koch, Bobrovsky, and a bit of base with Henry Thrun at the end. All right, box 4. Nothing I'm gonna put on the stand. There's some okay stuff. Pop Count 500, a Young Gun Outburst, black and white canvas Young Gun. All of those things sound really good until you start looking at the names attached to them, and they don't sound quite so great. That's all right. We'll keep going. We'll clear this down, get into box number 5. Box 5. Box 5, here we go. Starting off with an On Tour and a Young Guns of Vasily Ponomarev. Okay, we've seen him. Electricity of Forsberg, and a bit of base, and Jonathan Quick on the canvas. I like that. Giving it up to the crowd, always a good thing. Heater, Raymond and Ms. Merzlikins on the Ooh La La. I started saying Ooh La La before I said his name. Kaprizov, Speckle, I think, yeah. Cardwell, and Seamus Casey. And a bit of base, Casey Middlestat, canvas. Lurking in the Shadows. Well done. Sebastian Aho. I like that. That's nice. Got the Canes flag in the back, and John Carlson, Bang for Your Puck. And a whole mess of base. Stack number 2. And we got an On Tour like that with the Leafs. And Nolan Allen. You know, value-wise, no, not great. Young Guns, Nolan Allen is not going to move the needle, but I think he's actually a solid defensive defenseman for a young guy. I think he'll carve out a role for himself, so not too upset with that. Matthews on the playlist. Whew. All right, we'll sleeve it. This is probably the one clear-cut Young Guns of the case, most likely. You might sneak in 2, and it's Victor Mancini. It's at the bottom of the list of guys you're going to want for something like that, so that's not great. Rantanen and Nylander with a speckled Nylander. All right, and Tom Wilson. Not a dynamic photo. Brendan Merson, who was traded today, and Liam Ogren. Welcome aboard? Yeah, welcome aboard. I've called it so many different things, I don't actually realize it when I call it the right thing. Pedersen Hughes, Brandon Bussey, one of the goalies I forgot to name earlier, I think. Ovi. Yeah, not a lot of upside on Bussey. He's certainly not in any better position than anybody else. And this is a red On Tour to 99 for Stone and Hurdle, and a Jake Neighbors on our Dazzlers. I do like the Dazzlers still. That hasn't worn out its welcome. Red On Tour. Yeah, it looks nice in red. I don't think it's a bad looking card. I really like that Kaprizov renewed. That's cool looking. Like that one a lot. And Suzuki portraits. Maximilian Suber, Young Gun, another guy who, the best thing I can say is probably, hey, I needed him for my set, so can't be too mad about it. And a Jackson Blake, very nice. You know, along with McGroarty and Will Smith, this is probably one of the couple of Young Guns, a couple of best true canvas Young Guns you're going to pull here. So I don't have a Don't have any issue pulling Jackson Blake. That's a nice little hit. Rupe hints on the renewed. McDavid Draisaitl on tour. That's a nice looking card. Always a pretty decent looking card when you've got McDavid and Draisaitl, I would guess. Marco Casper, year 2 guy. Outburst. And a second Michkov. Nice. Electricity. And a bit of base. Ending up with Kent Johnson. So 2 Michkov now. That is, you know, as much as I'm kind of moaning and groaning on some of these when I, you know, some of these are tough, right? You know, the clear-cut Mancini, not what I wanted to see. But 2 Michkovs, if I get a second Celebrini, like those kind of things really do move the needle, probably more than some of these other hits. So very happy with box number 5. The on tour to 99 is pretty decent too. All right, let's sleeve up some of these young guns, clear the table, and get into the last box of this half case break. All right, 6th and final box of this half case. 6th and final box of this half case break. Here we go. Let's see if we can go out on a high note. And Charlie McAvoy, Phil Kemp, not the young gun you're after by any stretch, and Barkov playlist. And we've got the Rangers on tour, along with Uyghur Dazzlers. Okay. Jack Eichel. That's a nice renewed. We'll take Jack Eichel. And Josh Morrissey, bang for your puck. Hallinan Young Guns. He's got an ability to score to a degree. He's just an older guy without a lot of pedigree, and I don't know if he's going to get enough opportunities to really break through at any point. We'll keep an eye on him. And what we got here? We got a fluorescence green to 15 of Marat Kuznetsov. Honestly, doesn't look super green to me. Maybe it's showing up green on camera. But a numbered rookie insert to 15. Okay. I don't have a problem with that. Again, the story of this group of boxes so far has been really good opportunities. Like, we're getting the right kind of stuff. Oh, this is my stack of base. Getting the right kind of stuff. We're just not getting home runs on the names. But you can't ask for everything. Well, you can, maybe, but you won't get it. Maximilian Suber. Getting more than one of him is not a win. And Dylan DeMello. Getting pumped. Good guy. Matthew Barzal. Nice little renewed. All right, next little stack here. I can already see top card is going to be a Celebrini. We'll go ahead and sleeve that right away. Nice little bonus value out of that card, I would imagine. Couple bucks. And Mackenzie Weegar on the outburst. Second, Brandon Bussey. And a Kachuk, Florida's Skyline action. Carter Verhaeghe, I think I've seen this one a couple times with the rats on the ice. That's kind of cool. I like that image. And Bolduc going overboard with an on tour. And here we go. Fabian Zetterlund canvas. Tipping over his own goalie. Dylan Larkin, vet portrait for whatever reason. Gorgiev, ooh la la. And we keep moving forward here. Jack Eichel, that looks to be a speckled playlist, not too crazy. Oliver Kapanen, first time we've seen him, so that's a welcome sight. I think a Habs rookie is always a good thing. I don't think he's a big bet to break out in a big way, but we'll take it to put in a set. Matheson, really enjoying doing some stick work. Natchez, back with the Canes on the renewed. And Eklund Zetterlund are on tour. Fair enough. And what do we got here? We've got Josh Doan portrait. Callum Ritchie, another one of the kind of, we'll give him a quick sleeve because he's one of the better guys. I don't know if he's top 5 necessarily. He's probably right on the verge of top 5 for this set. So give him a little love. Okay. I've actually, here we'll go. Stankoven and Speckle. Caulfield on the Electricity, downtown Montreal skyline. And some base and Clean Shade Theodore. I really love this. We have 4 French Bulldogs in the house, so anytime there's dog love happening, that sounds awful, but it is what it is. I'm a fan of that canvas image for sure. Okay, I'll take a quick moment and I'll do a brief recap of what these 6 boxes have given us, and we'll see where we stand. Okay, quick recap. Quite a few of the renewed Young Guns. That is not renewed, that's just regular old Young Guns. Kaprizov, I really liked the look of that one. Probably the best looking one in my opinion. It's only an opinion. But no McDavid, who's kind of the big name there. Whole mess of Young Guns, and I'm getting doubles of guys that I'm not a huge fan of, but I did get McGroarty. I got Casey, you know, I got guys. I think Blake is in here, Luchenko. I got the 1 teammates, so this case still has the Habs, the Sharks, and the, I think the Ducks are the other 3. So, well on my way to completing the set. Also no checklist of that, so there's that. Then these are some of the kind of random decent stuff. I pulled the Celebrini and Lane Hudson inserts. Those will be a couple bucks at least. I got 3 black and whites. The Good Doggy, Hampus Lindholm, which I enjoyed. The Beard. Kovalenko Young Guns black and white. Not a huge fan. Jack Thompson, fine. Luchenko, very nice. LaRue, I think very nice. Mancini was my clear-cut Young Gun. Nah, not great. Oscar Beck on the Outburst, that's okay. Luchenko with the fluorescence, red, so base, that's okay. A couple of Pop Count 1000s of Logan Mailloux and Alexander Barkov, and a Pop Count 500 of Gavin Brindley. Got the deluxe of Joel Blomqvist. Kind of sit on that one because who knows, he could be something. And a 99 on tour red of the Golden Knights. The bigger hits, got a couple of other good Young Gun canvases of Jackson Blake and Rutger McGroarty. So those are 2 pretty solid canvas pulls. We got the fluorescence to 15, a green, relatively color match. It says green, the Wild green. Those 2 colors don't look very close to each other, but still, it's numbered to 15. Rookie insert, that's pretty good. We got the 1 Macklin Celebrini, which looks at initial, very cursory inspection to be in very nice shape, which is good. And we got 2 of the base Michkovs, which also, despite the 1 dog hair on there, at initial inspection, like nothing seriously wrong with those 2. They look relatively centered, and corners don't have obvious distress, which you never know. So that is 6 boxes of Series 2 Upper Deck. Still a little slow. You know, I had 2 boxes from the same case I opened earlier that had a Swagnificent and not a whole heck of a lot else. So there's 4 boxes sitting in there, and I don't have high hopes because there's probably some Teammates Young Guns, and I don't know what else, but those might sit for a minute. I've got a whole separate case that I might crack instead and do a full proper case break on over a couple of videos. So see if I can change up my luck. So with that, thanks everybody for joining me. Please, if you have an opportunity, comment, like, subscribe. Appreciate everybody giving a little bit of your time to check this out, and I will catch you in the next one.